Hi there and welcome back to Stubbs Aquatics. In this episode, we're going to check out how the pond's done over the summer. It's getting close to mid-August. Things have done well in some aspects and in others not so well. So let's go see what's gone right and what's gone wrong. A lot of things usually go wrong when it comes to my stuff, but hey, that's half the fun is learning, right? Let's take a look at the top pond first. These koi have done amazingly well, at least I think so. They're growing well, as you can see. The coloring is holding up strong. It's changed a bit, but I'm pleasantly surprised with some of the sumi on these guys. The coloring, I think I'll try to leave them in this pond this winter. It's a little bit more than 3 feet deep, and I should be able to cover this one pretty good. And let's see how they make out before I do all the big changes. Again, this pond's done really well. It's really well filtered, being there's a filter up top here. It goes through the bog filter, which has done amazing. Look at the size of those arrowheads. And then it gets also clean, fresh water constantly from the easy pod that flows into here and then back out into the main pond. I've had no escapees this year, no domestics where one fish has gone out, and our heron rope and fencing has kept them all out. I've had no problems with herons whatsoever this year. They haven't been able to land in the backyard thanks to the growth of the trees and the fencing. There's just not a spot for them to land properly, so too bad for the herons. Check out the main pond now. You can see the good flow that comes in, and that's all from the top pond. That flow is great. Lots of oxygen being created. Again, I want to replace this liner. I'd like to be able to go up. You can see a portion of the liner. It just, there's a leak up top somewhere and I can't figure it out. Plus this liner is 25 plus years old, so it's time for it to go. You can see the fish are doing really well. Really liking the he on this showa. The sumis come up nice. Wish the white was a little bit cleaner, but hey, for a domestic, it's really well. I'm also liking this. I don't know what you'd even call it. It's kind of a showa, but not. Kind of more of a utsuri showa. I guess it'd be a he showa. The black or sumi is so intense on this one. I just wish there was a little bit more he on it. But oh well, again, for what I spent on it, I can't complain. It was a few bucks and it was a couple inches, and it's certainly not that now. Pretty disappointed in the little koi that I have. They washed out on me. No fault of the breeder or anything. It's just, it happens with some koi. They had good quality food, but unfortunately they just washed out and they'll get moved along. That's the, that's part of the guessing when you get small fish, that some wash out. Like I'll probably move a couple of these guys on as well, as they've washed. Some of them have washed out. This one here I'll definitely keep. It's, the white's good on it, the he, and is, I wish there was more of it, but it's nice and deep and strong. You can see lots of leaves, unfortunately, in my pond. Thanks to this crab tree that shades a lot of my pond now. But hey, you got to take the good with the bad. I try to keep up with that. My skimmer's been working well. It's been working overtime. I have to empty that, unfortunately, at least once a day, just because of all the leaves, and it does a pretty good job. The only section that really doesn't are able to pull from is where the lilies are, and they tend to fall. So you got to take the good with the bad. Take a look at the top pond here. These guys have done amazingly well. Really see the coloring on these guys, and the growth is phenomenal. That Hiutsuri's done well, Senki's done well. The Showa, I'm pretty happy with that one. It's really put on some size. I wish it had more of a he on its head, or any actually red on its head. The Shiro is done well. It's another quasi Showa there. It's down deep, unfortunately. This pond has a totally different makeup and than the others, but that'll change a bit when I do the liner. But I'm really happy with the amount of growth that these guys have put on over the summer. Unfortunately, I can't do an underwater shot, as my camera, my knockoff GoPro, gave up the ghost, and I don't know if I really just want to buy another camera for the purpose of showing underwater shots once or twice a year, but we'll see. Let's check out how the filters have done. The top filter, this one here, really liking it. Really easy to clean, no problem. My barrel filter, well, that's a different story altogether. As you can see, I made it into a bit of a bog. It's working well at that aspect, but it's a bit of a nightmare to clean. I need to put a drain on it. Odds are I'll just do another box filter, and this whole thing will be used in something else. I'll probably use to raise more shubunkins. I'll clean out the mats in these boxes one more time. Again, they've been pretty good, and lots of filter media in there, lots of mats, and lots of brushes. Water comes out pretty crystal clear, as you can see in the streams that do all the ponds. That's a pretty heavy duty stream that splits and goes down two separate waterfalls. Guess you don't get to see this vantage point very often, or at all. As you can see in here, pretty good pull in here for the filter, and it gets clogged just so easy. The problem with this style skimmer box is if I lift the this portion out, everything just floods right in and makes a huge mess. So I end up having to hand scoop or use a little net to get them out. But there's a really good draw, and the leaves, for the most part, end up in that. So, who knows when I put the new liner in, if I'll move the whole skimmer unit right over to this side here, which is a distinct possibility. Yeah, let me know what you think on that, if I should move it. It would be more of a better draw, I think, than where it currently is. It's too close to this falls and the stream here. So I think it'd be a better spot for it. But if you let me know what you think, please, I would appreciate it. As you can see, I've got a few leaves at the bottom. Not too bad for this time of year. Water's nice and crystal clear. Bit of an overcast day, so you're not seeing right down. Well, I guess you can see it right to the bottom. Again, finally a day that it's not super hot. It's nice to be out. Certainly has filled in here nicely. It's going to be a shame to, when I put a new liner in, that I might have to tear up some of these plants, but I'll look after them and we'll have them still. But I can't wait to have this deeper next year. This whole section down here, I'm hoping to make that another 2 feet deeper. That would be safer for all the fish. And I can only go 2 feet deeper there, not the rest of the pond, because it's just the expense of the liner. So, and being that this is so narrow here, it only makes sense to use the liner more and to get the full depth. Plus, I really do like the shape of the pond, that it's not your traditional square or circular. And it, you know, it certainly has its characters to it, and the fish seem to like it anyway, as do I. Again, we'll have a quick view of the top pond. Now, because of the way I have where my pump is, and it's probably too close to the bottom, I'm getting all the debris, and my easy pod, as you can see, needs to be cleaned again. And I have to clean it every other day, which is kind of a pain in the butt. It's easy enough, but wait till I turn this on and you're going to see what a mess, and it's been 2 days. Now, I normally do 2 boils, but that's pretty disgusting. But that all goes out into my vegetable garden, which appreciates it. But that's after 2 days. And I know my other filters are working well, so, and my water's clean, and the fish are growing, so I know I'm doing something right, but that's just nasty. Maybe I need to add more filtration. That's something for next year's thought process as well. Or maybe I need to step up to a bigger pod system. Or a Nexus, that is. Definitely a better boil. Definitely. Oh, that Easy Pod? It's hooked up to a pipe that feeds my vegetable gardens here. Yeah, I'm walking through the Field of Dreams here. We're trying to. And it does all my tomatoes, which I've got plenty of different types, and some peppers, which I've got growing. The water that you hear and see coming out, that's all coming from the Easy Pod. Again, lots and lots of tomatoes, compliments of fish poop. That's the side view of a bit of a garden. Again, compliments of fish waste. Well, thanks everyone for joining me on this update for the summer. I think it's gone pretty good. Like I said, there's been a few negatives, but who doesn't have those when you're dealing with your ponds? Well, remember to hit that like button. Think about subscribing. I would appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the notification so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Well, take care everyone. Enjoy what's left of the summer. I know I certainly will. Take care. Bye now.